Hi, this is Trez Ibrahim from Life Mastery Solution, and I wanted to share with you today the 4 brain chemicals that are essential in reaching all of your goals and all of your dreams, and how each step of the way is super important to give you that boost in what you want to create in your life. Now, we've all heard of the happy drug, serotonin. And one of the very first steps you want to take when you are creating your dream, when you're creating your vision, is create a vision, is draw a picture of what the life that you would love living is. Write out what it would feel like, what it would taste like, what it would smell like, what your life would feel and look like. And that vision makes you feel excited. That gets you happy. That releases the drug serotonin in your brain, and that gives you that positive energy that is required in order for you to move forward. And when you start to take steps in the direction of your dreams and you get, you're happy, you're feeling good, you're positive, there's an enthusiasm, you're feeling motivated, the motivation comes from that serotonin, then actually taking action is when the drug endorphin is, the endorphins, sorry, can't talk. The endorphins is released into your brain. And that is kind of like the runner's high. That is when you're taking action, when you're moving forward, when you're making things happen, when you're starting to get all the pieces of the puzzle together, when you're writing your book or you're sending out that program or you're building your business, all of that excitement, that energy, because you're taking action, is the endorphins. And so once you have the vision, it's really important that you start taking steps, Tony Robbins calls it massive action. There's a reason you want to take massive action, because you're capitalizing on the feel-good drugs, the serotonin that makes you happy, that's keeping you positive. And at that point, the endorphins is that energy that just gets you excited about moving forward. So you want to take action. And so many people in this industry that is trying to motivate people and give people direction, tells people to create a plan, create a strategy. That could be part of your strategy, is to put a strategy down. But so many people get bogged down in that. So yes, create a plan, create a strategy, but don't take too much time on that. Just get it, get it done. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I can promise you those 5-year plans are going to be outdated in about 6 months. So get a plan down, figure out what you're doing, and start to move forward. And then figure out what your markers are. What are your objectives? What are the, if you've got this 20-step plan, it's like, what are the markers? And every time you hit a marker, anytime you've accomplished one step in the process, you have to celebrate it. So many entrepreneurs lose momentum because there's always more to do. And so they're never quite celebrating their success. And so one of the things I do with my clients is I make sure they write down all of their accomplishments every single day. You need that, because that gives you that hit of dopamine. Dopamine amplifies that feel good. It gets you excited. It makes you feel accomplished. It makes you feel like what you're doing is for something. A lot of entrepreneurs feel like they're working for nothing because they're never quite there. It's like there's always more to do, and that's just the life of an entrepreneur. Is you may get 10 things done, and you start to focus on the 10 things that are not done. And so what I want you to do, what I invite you to do, is take the time to celebrate those 10 things that you accomplished today. That every step that you've moved in the direction of your dreams, you want to celebrate that, because that's going to give you that hit of dopamine, which is going to keep you moving forward. And so the accomplishments are absolutely important. And we've all heard Simon Sinek, we've all heard a lot of other people talk about how we get, especially entrepreneurs who have these big dreams and aren't quite feeling like they're making headway or making progress, get so addicted to things like their phone, because that like or that comment or that gives us that hit of dopamine. And so you want to be able to channel that expectation to come from actually accomplishing something that's in service of your dream, that's in service of your goal, that's going to move you in the direction of the things that you want to create for your life. And so serotonin is going to come from your vision. The endorphins is going to come from taking action. The dopamine is going to come from celebrating all of your accomplishments. And one of the bonus things that I think most entrepreneurs are lacking because they're working on their own is the oxytocin. And that comes with celebrating your success with somebody else. And so one of the things, I mean, I feel like my job as a coach is to celebrate the success of my clients. So when, as soon as we start our call, it's like, okay, what was one great thing from this week? And we just get excited together about the accomplishments, the one big call, a client that my client received, or the big check, or the love of their life that they met, or whatever it is we just get excited. And so for everything that you've accomplished, you want to share that with somebody. I always ask, how are you going to celebrate this? Go to a special dinner with your husband, even if it's just a matter of toasting, toasting your success with somebody. Giving yourself having somebody, go with you to, I don't know, tea house, getting a massage together. It's calling up your best friend and saying, you know what, I just got this great client, or I just finished this online program. I'm just so excited and I want to just share that with you. And having someone that you can call that will get excited with you, that will share that with you. If you live with somebody, have an agreement that you are constantly every single day celebrating your success, and that releases oxytocin, is sharing that celebration with somebody you love. So again, if you really want to maximize your results, if you really want to turbo boost your ability to achieve anything that you desire, to perform at such a high level that really, there are no limitations for you, then you want to optimize those 4 brain chemicals, that will give you that juice to keep going. And that's the serotonin, that's the feel good, the happy, that's what gets pumped into our system when we're excited about something and we're excited about our dreams, about our vision. So it's super important that you think, that you dream, and you dream big. Working to pay my bills doesn't get me excited, but traveling the world gets me excited. That's on my vision. And so that's going to release serotonin. And then taking massive action, starting to build my business, or put plans in place, and make the phone calls and check things off of my strategic plan, is going to, all that action is going to release endorphins. And celebrating the success, you got the dopamine, and then sharing your celebrating your success with someone special who can be happy for you. I know we have a lot of people in our life that are not happy for our success. Don't celebrate with them. Find someone who's happy for you, celebrate your success with them, and that releases oxytocin. And now you've got all this great juju to keep you moving. So please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what other topics you'd love for me to share. And please comment below. I will read all of your comments. And lots of love. Bye.